All right, back on the homestead. I got a few more things left to plant. Been kind of slow. Not me, the plants. So what I did was I tilled up the chicken pen, and then I scoop all the dirt out of here, in buckets, and then I use it to plant with. And the chickens love it too because it stirs up all the bugs and everything. But then you kind of like dilute the chicken poo so it's not all that hot. It's not gonna burn your stuff up. But this is the best dirt you can use, man. It makes my stuff explode. And then the chickens love it anyway, so. I gotta get to work. We got some friends coming over for dinner tonight and a riveting game of dominoes. So I gotta get all this stuff planted. Them sour gherkins and West India gherkins and all them, and the ground cherries, I gotta get in the ground. The West India gherkins and all those gherkins, first time I've grown them this year, and they tend to be kind of slow, I think. They are itty bitty little seeds too, so we'll see. But I hear tell that if you plant them, they tend to be so prolific. They drop all these seeds and then they come back year after year, essentially. But if you haven't seen what they look like little watermelons. Supposedly they have like a citrusy flavor. I've never had them before, so this will be a first time for me. And then I had to replant beans again. I don't know what's going on with these things, but I replanted some under the trellis. And even my cousin, who lives 2 counties away, he was saying the same thing. He's had to replant, a couple times. So I don't know if it's the seeds. I don't know if it's me. We don't know if it's the critters. We were kind of talking about this the other night. We don't know if stuff's, just coming by and eating it or whatever. I haven't seen any signs of it, but I did find some gushy seeds in the ground, and then a lot of seeds were just gone. So I'm replanting them in cups just to see if they germinate. If they don't germinate, then I know that it's not anything getting to them, like moles, voles, ants, whatever, birds, squirrels, you name it, we got it. But I'm gonna try that. So feels weird today too because all 3 of the boys are gone. The oldest 2 are working at the farm, and the youngest one is helping a friend of ours who had surgery. He's cutting his grass for him, and that's what he's been itching to do. He's put his landscaping sign up at the end of the road, wanting people to hire him to cut their grass for the summer. He's 11, so he's always been very entrepreneurial. So I think this would be really good for him, and he's probably having a blast, driving on this big piece of property, cutting grass with a 0 turn, and learning from another man besides his old man. So that's always good too. Let me show you these. So these are the ground cherries. I started them by seed on 5-6. So they're actually pretty good. Some of these are kind of small for being planted like almost, 2 months ago, just about anyway. But this is a different variety. This is Aunt Molly's ground cherry. And the ground cherries, if you haven't seen them, are like a little husk tomato looking thing, almost like a tomatillo, but also supposed to be like citrusy. And then these are those West India gherkins. I mean, you can see the roots. They're not really root bound, but they're definitely going crazy up in there. So I got to get them in the ground. And then I got cilantro and dill to plant up by the house for the little lady. Then the cucumbers are coming right along. I'm in a shaded spot right now, but they're starting to trellis themselves up the fence, along with the morning glories. But look, I got itty bitty little baby cucumbers. These are the Parisian pickling, I think, or are they them funny? Yeah, I think this is the Parisian pickling cucumbers. So I got to get them all trained up on the fence, but they're doing pretty good. And then those were the free tomato seeds I got from Baker's Creek. They're the Alice's Dream. And these suckers are loaded. I mean, they're flat loaded with tomatoes. You got one that's not doing all that great. But then these are doing pretty good too. I mean, there's a ton of tomatoes on them. And these beans are the Homestead pole beans. And we just got them on like a big trellis all by themselves. And you just plant them at the base. And that's doing really good. And they're loaded. And then this kale is all really good too. So all the greens do exceptional here for some reason. I'm glad because I love them. But this here crop of potatoes did not fare too well during all that dry spell. And I just got soaker hose like a couple days before we got all this torrential downpour. So that's why everything's laid over. But I'm actually going to dig some of these up and just see maybe if I got a bunch of little new potatoes in there or if there's nothing in there or what. But and this is a totally different variety, and I cannot remember which ones I bought. I know some are the yellow russet, and then there was another big like baking potato, not a Kennebec, it was a different one, which is these. And you can see these are giant and bushy. These are not really. And these are both planted at the same time. So we'll see. Then the sunflowers are doing pretty good. They're about chest high. And then these, I just started those from seed on 6-8, a zucchini. So for 21 days, it's pretty good size plants. All right, like I said, I gotta get to work. Next video, I'm gonna dig up them some of them potatoes and just kind of see what we got going on here. And you know, hopefully we got at least a meal's worth or something. If you've never had potatoes straight out of the ground, I mean, dig them up today and eat them this evening. You ain't never tasted potato before. It is the best thing ever. Their sugar content is so concentrated. And I like them itty bitty ones, like golf ball size or smaller. Man, you boil them things and you know, get them soft, but the wife makes like a garlic butter sauce and kind of, you know, dice them up. Man, it is so good. They're sweet, soft. It's the best little potatoes. If you've never grown potatoes, it'll blow your mind at how good they are. And just the difference from a big farm potato and then one that you grow yourself. I know that there's reasons why, and I mean there's nothing against the commercial farming, or I'm not against the commercial farming, because they're feeding everybody and they got to feed the entire world. So yeah, some of that stuff's not good for you, and you know, some of it's just, you know, it's kind of bland. But you grow these things yourself, holy cow, it'll definitely change your mind on where your food comes from. And that's the reason why we like doing this. So anyway, I gotta get to work. I got more stuff to do than I know what to do with. And now that the boys are off, you know, working, I got plenty of time to do it. So I gotta get to rolling. See y'all.